Healthcare bill vote. House passes measure to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act. The House on Thursday narrowly approved legislation to repeal and replace major parts of the Affordable Care Act, as Republicans recovered from their earlier failures and moved a step closer to delivering on their promise to reshape American healthcare without mandated insurance coverage. The vote, 217 to 213, held on President Trump's 105th day in office, is a significant step on what could be a long legislative road. 20 Republicans bolted from their leadership to vote no. But the win keeps alive the party's dream of unwinding President Barack Obama's signature domestic achievement. The House measure faces profound uncertainty in the Senate, where a handful of Republican senators immediately rejected it, signaling that they would start work on a new version of the bill virtually from scratch. To the extent that the House solves problems, we might borrow ideas, said Senator Lamar Alexander of Tennessee, chairman of the Senate Health Committee. We can go to conference with the House, or they can pass our bill. Even before the vote, some Republican senators had expressed deep reservations about one of the most important provisions of the House bill, which would roll back the expansion of Medicaid under the Affordable Care Act. But a softening of the House bill, which could help it get through the Senate, would present new problems. For any repeal measure to become law, the House and the Senate would have to agree on the language, a formidable challenge. Just before the House vote, the Senate gave final approval on Thursday to a $1.1 trillion spending bill that will finance the government through September, and unlike the healthcare legislation, the spending bill had broad bipartisan support. After weeks of negotiations and false starts, Mr. Trump and House Republicans were not about to dwell on the tough road ahead. Passage of the healthcare bill completed a remarkable act of political resuscitation, 6 weeks after House leaders failed to muster the votes to pass an earlier version of the measure. The blow to Mr. Trump and Speaker Paul Ryan of Wisconsin? Yes, premiums will be coming down. Yes, deductibles will be coming down, but very importantly, it's a great plan. Mr. Trump boasted on Thursday that the kind of White House Rose Garden victory ceremony typically reserved for legislation that is being signed into law, not for a controversial bill that passed just one chamber. We want to brag about the plan, Mr. Trump said, after asking those assembled how he was doing in his debut as a politician. Hey, I'm president. Mr. Trump quickly turned his attention to pressuring the Senate to act, calling the majority leader, Mitch McConnell, Republican of Kentucky, to talk about the way forward for the health plan. Democrats, who voted unanimously against the bill, vowed to make Republicans pay a political price for pushing such unpopular legislation. As Republicans reached the threshold for passage, Democrats serenaded them with, "Na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na, hey hey hey, goodbye." I have never seen political suicide in my life like I'm seeing today, Representative Louise M. Slaughter, Democrat of New York, said on the House floor before the vote.